This is SuperYacht News with E. Sisman.
Hi, welcome back to the channel. In a recent video, we talked about the Russian money being on the move again, right? We talked about Dilbar moving from Hamburg to Bremen and being reassembled and having work done on it, which it was forbidden to have any work done on it for months. And now they've reassembled the boat, they moved it to Bremen, they put it in a dry dock. Why do you need to put it in a dry dock if you're not working on it? That's obviously a clear sign that the vessel is being worked on now. Yacht Luna, money's moving again, we've heard. Also, Sailing Yacht A in Trieste in Italy went back into the dry dock and had the mast refitted. She's now back out of that dry dock and at anchor in Trieste again. Now, after 6 months of Yacht Plus Ultra being sat in Panama, it's a story that we've gone back to a couple of times over the 6 months. And we told you about the fact that the vessel was just sat there in Panama. And it was as a result that the owner, who was under sanctions, was basically stranded in Panama on the Pacific side of the Panama Canal for months, not moving because of the sanctions that affected the owner, Andrei Goncharenko. And he couldn't, for whatever reason, he wasn't able to move money around to get that boat moving, and the boat just sat there. Now this has been happening with a lot of boats. If you go onto the IMO database right now, for Plus Ultra, it says registration flag state unknown. Now the only time I've seen this on other boats is when they've been deregistered, like Sailing Yacht A and Yacht A, they both were deregistered by the Isle of Man, and on the IMO database it still says for Yacht A unknown. That's the current status of the flag state for Plus Ultra. However, she's currently broadcasting on AIS, and she's now broadcasting, she was Cayman Islands registered, she's now broadcasting a Panamanian flag. So the vessel has changed flag states, so that's another vessel to add to the list. Another vessel has now changed flag states, another Russian vessel. So the vessel, like I said, after 6 months, the vessel's moving around again for the first time in 6 months. And she is now in Costa Rica. So she sailed from Panama to Costa Rica. But the way she's moving around, it does appear that the owner is on board because of the way that it's visiting all these different islands, it's spending a certain amount of time there, and then it's moving to the next place. It's moving around like a boat that is in a guest trip. So it's most likely that that Andrei Goncharenko is on board the vessel. So it would seem that whatever restrictions were preventing him from using that vessel, they've been resolved now, right? Because the vessel is again active. So anyway, we'll keep you updated on that, but we'll move on to the next story. And this is about Yacht Nord. As we've reported in videos last week, we were the first to report that the vessel was moving from Vladivostok in Russia, where she fled when the sanctions were first imposed. She has been there ever since, until last week when she sailed to Hong Kong. The US government an unnamed person in the US government did say that it was a bad thing for that boat to be there. It was reported by a British newspaper that it was an unnamed official, right? But after that happened, the Hong Kong government, they actually replied to that unnamed official, and they did it quite dismissively. So after that happened, the US actually did an official comment on the fact that that vessel was there. According to the Hong Kong newspaper, The Standard, they said that Yacht Nord's appearance in the harbour is not only unwelcome, but has also disrupted the peace because of the links to sanctioned Russian steel mogul Alexei Mordashov. The vessel is a prime target for the sanctions led by the US. So it would appear that, depending on who you ask, the vessel is welcome or unwelcome. Because the chief executive, John Lee Kachu, he is quite defiant on this, and he laughed off warnings by the Americans. And there's a reason for that, most likely, because he is actually under sanctions personally by the US, because in 2020, he was one of 11 Hong Kong officials who was sanctioned by the US for, and I quote, undermining Hong Kong's autonomy and restricting the freedom of expression or assembly for the citizens of Hong Kong. But yesterday, Lee publicly laughed off, this is the chief executive in Hong Kong, the warnings as nothing. So like I said, some in Hong Kong say the vessel is unwelcome and some seem to think that it is welcome. So the Standard newspaper went on to say that it would be in Hong Kong's best interests to see Nord sail away on its own, and the sooner the better. And there could be possibly financial moves going on there, because obviously Russia has been pushed out of dealing in the US and dealing in London, and they seem to be looking for a new place to move money. And it is possible that that Hong Kong could be that place, right? It is a financial hub after all. And it seems that they are trying to get in Hong Kong, and they're hiring lawyers to help them to achieve their goals. And this might be why Nord is there, because it's like an image of Russia sitting there in the harbour, sort of telling everybody, hey, the Russians are here, right? So anyway, we'll bring you more on this story when we have it. One correction I want to make from the last video. In the last video, I said that Alexei Mordozhov, who owns SuperYacht Nord, I said he also owned a Moscow airport in Russia, and that is actually inaccurate. I was, of course, thinking of Dmitry Kemenshek, who is the owner of Flying Fox. He owns Moscow airport, so that was a mistake on my part. All right, so just one more thing before I go. I just wanted to mention that I put out a video called a Shorts, a YouTube Shorts video, and it was a section of the last SuperYacht News. A few people found it to be unwelcomed, regular viewers, no doubt. The reason why we are doing that is because the Shorts videos have been proven to massively increase your reach on YouTube in attracting new people to the channel. So we are going to do that with future videos. We're going to take a section of the news video and we're going to put it in a short. So we just want to let you know, it's not ideal the way YouTube has set up the short system. I know it's unpopular with a lot of people, but it is also proven, like Peter McKinnon and other YouTubers have said, that they've had massive growth when they've put out shorts videos. So I'm trying to attract new people to the channel, and that's what it's there for. So if you see the news video and then the following day you see a shorts, you know, you don't have to watch it because it is effectively a section from that video. All right, I'm going to leave it there. If you've got any information about any of the stories here or any other stories, please get in touch through the normal fashions. You can get us on the About page of the YouTube channel. You can get us on Instagram. You can get us on Facebook Messenger, and you can also get us on Threema. Be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button, and hit the bell for future notifications. All right, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Bye-bye.